All right, so we're all packed up. Hitting with the Nation is headed to Arkansas, Hot Springs. We're gonna stop by Adam Ussery's park and do some BP there tonight. And then on to Tennessee to hit with Tyler Marshburn. Stay tuned. It's gonna be a good one. So I made it here. We're at Kimmery Park in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And it's a little rainy, but they got turf. So we're gonna let this little drizzle pass through and then we're gonna get to going. This is the park that Adam hits at, and we have a surprised guest who I will show you in a minute. Oh, it's BP day, it's BP day. Adam Ussery, the guy. Levi Cheatwood, the man. Oof. You remember the last time I was here, we were doing those hybrids. Such a good middle swing. All right, now it's still raining a little bit. We're gonna park the camera under my, look at this ingenuity here. And we're gonna get going. What, you normally start with tee like this?
Sometimes. I mean, it depends on basically what my goal is, really.
Like for the tournament coming up kind of thing, or?
Not necessarily, it's like okay. From the tournament prior, I guess. Like if I feel like I was mechanically off, that's when I really feel like tee work helps me. So like after Chicago, I just felt off, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna get my tee out. So I just hammered the tee a bunch after that and felt like I got my swing back to where I needed to be, like flat, contact, through it.
So you're looking for more like swing path and snap?
Yeah, not necessarily looking for like as hard as I can hit it or anything, just looking for getting in a good flat barrel, push through it, and driving through the ball.
Kill in the middle. Sheesh. I got some bats.
Yeah. BP video sponsored by Campbell.
The Slugger shared my post earlier.
Let's go. I did see it.
You ever use a wood bat?
Yes, sometimes. Kind of just depends on what the goal is, I guess. I feel like wood bats make you have to square the ball up.
That's why I like those heavy balls there for a while.
Oh yeah. See, that's one thing that I haven't done in all of my softball playing days, but I heard it's really good, is the Chicago ball. I just don't have enough people to like hit it, go get it, yada yada. I mean, it would take forever if you're hitting a bunch of those, but I've heard that's really good for like being strong at contact and then staying through it. Yeah, I usually start middle, right, center. That's the easiest way I feel to get my hands working. And then I'll go to the 1-4, 1-6, and then pull.
What's your key to going middle? I even though that seems like it should be one of the easiest wings in softball because it's just like dead middle, right? That's one that I struggle with a lot. I'll just bounce it on the ground, you know?
I would say number one's getting a pitch you can hit where you want to hit it. Like if you're going 1-4, 1-6, you obviously in 1-4 you have to get a middle outside pitch to hit it hard. 1-6 you can do a little bit more with because you can pull hook it a little bit if you get that outside pitch, but still if you're trying to go hard, you kind of need something middle in to where you can really drive it through that hole. Because I mean, defenders.
But what about like through the middle, like dead center?
I don't do that a whole lot. I probably should do that more because the rubber's wide open a whole lot because the pitcher's filling that hole in the middleman. But I mean, if they're giving you a hole that big, then in my opinion, on me specifically, the middle infielder is going to shade middle like more so than they would like the split.
Yeah.
The split hole.
Well, the funny thing is, I noticed this a couple years ago playing with you. You tended to like pull it through infield gaps a lot. And in my head, generally you're thinking like a shorter, not necessarily smaller, but a smaller guy usually kind of will throw it backside more. In my head as an outfielder. And then I just kept noticing, we were playing, it was in Vegas like 2 years ago, and you went like 5 for 5, just all pull left center gap.
So I think that's one thing that I have come a long way from when I first started playing. When I first started playing, if I pulled it, it was going to be a home run. So we worked really hard on that. in BP a ton to get the 5-6 hole down, to get the line down, to get the 1-6 down, and then also having the confidence to hit it through the infield but not over.
Yeah.
I mean, because like obviously you have a really good cut swing. If you miss it by that much, it's going.
Yeah. And so how did you really like kind of perfect that? Because
I think it's more about like really concentrating on where you hit the ball. So like where you hit this ball. If you hit, as you know, if you hit that ball right there,
yeah,
it's gonna spin like crazy and it's gonna go. So you have to tend to try to hit more square of the ball than the bottom of the ball. So, and that's come over time with, I mean, working with my BP partner for the last 10 years, Zach Keene. He's taught me so much in terms of that. So the reason why I kind of like it a little bit lower, like essentially to start, is to get your legs going. I know you asked that earlier, but like you really have to get in your legs to hit that low pitch. And that's something that when you come from baseball, you really don't realize how many weird ways you throw your body to hit the pitch that you want and the ways that you want to hit it. I know I've seen in recent videos, I've seen Marshburn like basically throw like his lower half out here and just basically get up and under the ball and just throw it up over the first baseman. It's, yep.
I've seen
incredible.
Riley do that a lot. He jumped probably illegally up out here so the ball could be deep on him.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
So he can get up and under it. But you don't want to get so much barrel that you're going to hit it to the right fielder.
Yeah.
You just want to get it up and over, and those guys are incredible.
Are you a 50-50 kind of guy? Like load, plant, and then 50-50 kind of weight distribution?
I try to be, and that's what I get myself in trouble when I get the base hitting so much. I get myself out on my front foot so much because I want to get out in front and hit it down. So I try to remind myself, keep weight back here on your back foot. Obviously, if I keep weight on my back foot, my swing is going to go more like this than it is like this. So the barrel's going to get involved.
But all the times that I've like popped up in the infield, it's because I'm trying to hit this like line drive through the infield, and I think I got to be like this, and then whoop.
Yep. And essentially, if you were to just keep a flat barrel, then and meet that ball where you needed to, then you would have the result you wanted.
Cheatwoody?
Lonnie, you want to hit some?
Lonnie. What a beautiful park to hit at.
Perfect time to work on our base hit swings right before the Smoky.
Yeah, right before the Smoky. Gotta get that. The base hit, gotta go straight middle.
I was looking at the stats that they posted earlier, like the different ball year runs and all that. And the year that they had the lowest scores was the year that we played you guys ball forward on the show field at the Smoky, and the score was like 3-2 final score.
6-3.
Was it 6-3? But it felt.
Because I hit into a double play at the end or something, and I was going for the dinger.
It's been it was like really close game, but you felt like you were a mile ahead. Like
oh yeah. 3 runs in an inning was impossible.
A 3-run game seems like
that's why we had like 2 guys on or something, and I was like, I'm going for it. Like, you might as well try, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And
it's gonna take you 3 base hits at that point to even tie it up.
And I think what happened was I, rolled it over to the shortstop trying to swing up too much with a doo-doo ball. And then they got the out at 2, but then missed the throw at first. And I ended up rounding, like, I'm going to go to 2, but those freaking long bases.
Yeah.
And then they got me out at 2.
Yep.
Worst thing ever.
You good if I swing any of these?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Try that Victus one.
What? Say what?
So if you could simulate an away pitch, like if you backed up in the box some,
Yeah.
how would you attack it?
So if I were to try to hit this ball here, obviously I would just be coming around it like this. So I guess it would be something like you got to really get out here and then pull around, I feel like.
And you work on making sure that your body is pretty much level, right? Like if the ball is out in front of you, you don't want to reach for it out, right?
You've got to take that to where you're hitting it up here instead of I'm going here.
Yeah.
To try to hit that, which I feel like it comes over time, I guess. But like I was going back to, you have to contort your body in weird ways to be able to get barrel on the pitch that you want to.
And you're just ultimately trying to keep your bat path similar,
Right.
and then move the rest of your
Yeah.
body however you need to. That's what I've been working on short pitches that I decide to swing at.
Yeah.
Instead of like, oh, it's short, you go down with it.
I think DW hit it on the head like earlier on this year. They're like talking about why people are swinging at terrible pitches in Vegas. It's like, well, because they know that they can keep that pitch in. Like if somebody throws you flat or really short or something like that, and you know you can get on top of it, those infields are hard enough that they're going to pick up some speed, and if you just hit the hole that you want, it's going to be a hit. So.
You get one chest high.
For sure. And
Yeah.
one more. There you go. I really feel like once people get past the sound of these, then
It's hard though.
yeah, definitely
It's hard
is.
because
Definitely is.
that's part of your like
Oh, for sure.
your
Yeah.
neural feedback.
Mm-hmm. He's available, folks. Back to
Smokey's
back.
in a few days.
Back to back. And actually, I'll be in town.
I wonder what makes them sound like that. I mean, obviously, the composite and the whatever, but
Yeah.
they're the only bat that sounds like that.
So you remember, you've been playing softball long enough. You remember the OG Z2000?
Yeah.
It's like,
Those
I
sounded
don't-
different.
They did sound different, but I'm like, I guess I don't know enough about bat manufacturers to know why people go away from like certain technologies. I mean, I guess, do engineers leave and take it? Is that mainly what you use? Because like every bat company at this point's had a really good technology that they've left behind for what?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, here's a funny thing that got me. When they changed to the 240 tech, I mean, you guys know, you would hit your 220 bats all year long, and then right before the major, they would be about 250. You know what I mean? Like, and some of them would get down to 220, but for the most part, you could hit one all year long, and it would still be 240.
yeah.
And then they changed the rule to 240 tech, and I'm like, just use the same bats.
Yep. Yeah, that was a weird like 4 or 5 years where they're like, oh, the bat's too good, ball's too good. So they switch both, and now we're back to the same exact thing. It's like,
Well, someone
Bats are too good, balls are too good. We're going to dumb down the bats.
make the balls in.
And let's up the balls. Let's make a hardcore
Let's
ball.
just make it really hard. I've always thought
So
for a
if
long
you
time-
were trying to teach somebody how to be good at softball, especially
Okay.
with their swing,
Okay.
who would you tell them to mirror their swing after?
All right, you said you had one already, but do you want to wait until we come up with ours?
Let's come up with y'all's because, like I said, y'all gonna give me a little bit of flack because the main point of this is to be realistic. Like, you're not gonna get up there and have like just the crazy bat speed like Bradley Jones.
Yeah.
And most people aren't as big as KP.
Yeah.
So I mean, or Phil Matt's another large individual, or Ms. Tavares, but you know he swings like a little girl.
He hits it, man. We're sitting there, and I'm swinging as hard as I can on the tee, you know, just cracking 103, and his hands are just, wah, 110. I'm like, I have told people before, Ryan Harvey, and I know he's a monster, but his bat path is really good. He goes just through it. Man, I mean, KP's dialed in with his leg, with his knee drive. He has great legs. Oh, Greg Cannell, hands down, Greg Cannell, best
Cannell's
swing I've
another
ever
song.
seen.
So you actually guessed mine. Mine was Ryan Harvey,
Okay,
and simply because when you watch him swing, he doesn't do a whole lot beforehand. It's just there, straight to it. No fancy movement. No nothing. It's just straight to it.
yeah,
Now, he is a big guy, and that's where I thought I'd catch some flack over, but still his mechanics are pretty simple to replicate.
unorthodox swings that have been the most successful? You
Bubba
think
Mac.
Flip has that much of an unorthodox swing? I know it's all mostly upper body.
It's a lot of hands.
Yeah.
That's why I say unorthodox. Unorthodox from baseball.
Okay.
Bubba Mac. Gotta go with Bubba Mac.
I think
JoJo's
Bennett.
Really,
Yeah.
I mean, we had a bunch of people playing here one time. His hands from here to the ball, it's so fast.
Who's your pick, Cole?
Unorthodox?
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Elwanger. His was more lower half.
Yeah.
He had a funny little leg kick, dude. I'm going to put Adam Ussery in the mix for pretty swings and pound for pound.
Pound for pound?
Although his pound for pound has changed recently.
Facts.
It's not in a good way.
So what are you looking at here? What's your aim, and then what's your goal?
Aim is kind of to ride it off this screen into right center in between this and the light pole. Obviously
So are you aiming like top of the screen?
Yeah. In the yard, don't want to get it elevated too much. I mean, we probably take 100 to 125 swings in BP and only try to hit home runs the last round.
Yeah.
So essentially, we start off, we go 20 to right center, 20 down the right field line, 20 through the middle, 20, 5, 6 over on this side, down, and then 20 free swings. So. My absolute favorite time to hit is when it's really hot, really humid. That way you actually have to hit it, because I mean, a lot of time you find yourself in tournaments, heat of the day, you're like, man, you really got to square that. There's no more like cutting it per se. You have to just square it up. Oh no.
Got him
That's
around.
the one where when got it too much out front and came at it at a down angle, ball went up. So. Oh no.
And it's the hardest thing to realize is how much time you actually have.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, like, obviously the best pitchers are going to be the ones that throw you the flat, and then they'll come up with the high one and then get you off. I mean, that's what they're trying to do. So.
If you could bring back one bat, what will it be? Now, it's coming back, it's legal, everything's good. One bat.
Well, it's easy. The OG Z2000.
That was a good one, dude.
That's easy. The black, gray, and green, specifically end loaded.
My favorite bat of all time was that Lethal, that Worth Lethal, Shannon's bat.
Yeah.
But other people aren't going to say that. But it was just one of those that got hot. Nobody gave it the time to break in.
Yeah. Oh no.
Man, struggle bus. There, I'm gonna end on that one. That was a good one.
Am I dropping?
Yeah. Barrel's going here instead of there
gotcha.
and there.
There we go.
Where'd you go?
All right, we cutting them in?
That's what I mean. Yeah, normally.
Yeah, cut them down. Okay. Yep, that's how you cut them down.
1-0.
Who's your hardest pitcher you ever had to go against?
Dude, Sean Jones tears me up every time I play him. Just because he throws it high and he throws it like you feel like you can just hit it wherever you want, and then it just stays up there forever.
Man, Sean Jones is one of the most slept-on pitchers.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not like he doesn't do a whole bunch of antics or anything like that, but he hits his corners well,
Yeah.
and he works his arch well.
Yep. And Jonas is another one that he'll throw a pitch that is at the limit, drops right behind it, and then he'll play with that in front, behind, all that stuff. I mean, usually with those guys, I like to try to hit the first pitch I see that I feel like I can do what I want with.
Yeah, that's smart. What do you do besides softball? Let's bring out the real Adam Ussery.
Spend time with my family. We go to the lake on the weekends when we're not playing ball or doing something like that. Me and Alicia like to fish, my daughter too. And my daughter's also starting to become more active in softball, so.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Where she got that from?
Her mom.
Yeah. Her dad sucks. So there was a rumor on Old Scout that you like to go to PetSmart and punch puppies. Is that true?
Just punch puppies?
Yep.
Next, what I'll do is I'll go 3-4 hole over the line, and this is without a strike, so fouls are, I mean, obviously you don't want to foul it off outside the field, but that's us working right field.
Okay. Now on pitching, do you ask, you know, the guy pitching to you, hey, a little more
not
outside, a little
necessarily,
more
'cause,
inside,
I mean,
or just?
The reason for this BP with a purpose, in my opinion, is to figure out what pitch you can and cannot do what you want with.
Okay.
So if he's just throwing you outside, you'll never know if you can do the Tyler Marshburn where you get your front side out and just lift the ball up and over. You'll never know if you can do that if you're telling the person just to throw you strictly outside. Now, some days you'll be more on it, and some days you'll be more off of it. Like some days you'll be able to hit any pitch over there, do what you want with it, whatever pitch, and then some days you have to be more fine. Like, all right, I need to make sure I'm getting a pitch that's middle to the outside corner. Some days I can cover the whole plate. I mean, but that's obviously whenever you're locked in. So, like if it's down, it's at the 3-4 hole. If it's up, it's kind of looping up and over the first baseman towards the line.
For those of us who never played baseball, what is 3-4 hole?
3-4 holes in between the first baseman and second baseman.
Okay.
How do you feel about swinging at bad pitches in BP?
It's probably not smart, honestly. Especially, I swing at a lot of bad pitches in the game, and it's probably due to me swinging at a lot of bad pitches in BP. So, like, if you're swinging at bad pitches, you're obviously creating bad habits. But there's also what we were talking about earlier, in that sometimes you have to swing at a bad pitch to do what you want with it.
Selective bad pitch swing.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously that last pitch was going to land right here, and trying to hit that ball down the line, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
You always want the ball to be a little deeper if you're trying to push it.
Correct.
I feel like that was a gaslight conversation. Like the balls are wet. Like, come on.
All right, throw a strike, man.
Okay. Sorry. Uh-huh. Throw a beautiful right down the middle, and you foul it off. Crazy.
You thought that was a strike, but it's middle of the plate, just to let you see one.
Let's see how deep you're getting.
What about your hands, Adam? Is there anything funky you do with your hands? Like,
I wouldn't necessarily say. No, I don't feel like it.
you're just kind of basic?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, and I mean, like, this basic 101 stuff is like, obviously if you get a pitch down the middle and you want to go to this side, you're stepping to this side. If you get a pitch down the middle and you want to go through the middle of the field, you're stepping straight. And then one thing that took me so long to be able to trust is that if you're going to this side of the field, taking your lower half here. So, I mean, that's kind of your hands following hips type thing, but you have to be able to open it up to get what you want. So, like, if I'm going to pull a pitch and my hips are closed like this, there's no way I'm going to be able to do what I want with that pitch.
It's gonna roll over.
Correct. So.
What do you swing, Adam? Like, what's your spec of the bat that you like?
I either like 3/4 or full ounce end load.
Really?
And it's changed over the years. It started out half ounce end load. I think I like the 13-inch barrel better than I like the 12-inch, just because I feel like I go backside so much that you have more barrel to get your hands inside and do that with. I mean, obviously, connection, if you're making contact on a 12-inch barrel on the sweet spot, I feel like it goes further, but the 13-inch barrel, you have more room for error.
You don't seem to have problem with a heavier end load doing stuff to the backside?
Not necessarily. If anything, I feel like it helps me because the barrel's behind your hands more.
Okay.
That's my thought on it. And with as much BP as we take, you kind of get used to the specs that you like, and then you can learn to do different things. Fair? Oh, yeah.
He is available, folks.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
I'll find out later. Do you ever tone down your swing? Like 85%, 90% here?
In a game or BP?
In a game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, if somebody's giving you a hole that's very, very big and you just need to put a ball in play to that hole, that's what I'll do. I mean, there are guys that trust their swing to go 100% all the time, and props to those guys. But me, I'm not necessarily one of those. Dude, you are eating up that right field line.
Oh,
I'll give you one short. See,
So
that's the one that
was
you learn
slightly
over time.
inside.
Your body's going this way, and you bring your hands inside enough to get good barrel and up over the first baseman. That's the one that you learn as you progress through, and you've done that a couple times now, and it's really, really, really impressive the way your hands go here, and you're still able to get
I kind of picked it up from lefties.
Yeah.
You know how I asked Brian Elliott, I don't know if you know him, but
Yep.
I said, what's the easier one to go backside on? And he said, honestly, when I'm on the plate and
Yeah.
it's close to me, it's like off of my shoulder.
Yeah.
It's like there. And then so that's kind of what I'm doing is I'm leaving the barrel back here on my shoulder, and I'm taking it like.
The only negative lefty versus righty there is you're falling that way, and you're supposed to run that way. That's
Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. And when you're going for like a home run, do you sometimes be like, you know what, I'm going home run to the backside? Is that based on wind, or is that based on how they're pitching, or?
kind of how they're pitching, but I feel like wind, pitching, how the game's going, that sort of stuff. I mean, if they're hard to get, obviously you're gonna have to spin it and pull it. Like, my power used to be a lot right center.
Yeah.
And the wind used to blow that way a lot at the major, which I liked. And then I started tailing balls a lot more instead of like backspinning them. So then I started pulling a lot more when I wanted homers. But I feel like if the wind's going that way and I get an outside pitch, I can still drive
Yeah.
it pretty good over there.
So really it's more situational. If you need a home run and the pitcher kind of throws one that you're gonna have to push.
For sure.
Okay.
And I feel like on 300s, 325s, I can hit it any
Yeah.
direction, wherever I want. But
What
the
about
bigger-
on the big field?
the bigger fields, you really, for me, my body stature, I really have to go line to left center, and that's, I mean,
You just pretty much go hard to the gap?
yeah, no, well, hard to
Or-
the gap, more so down the lines.
Okay.
Like left center to the foul pole, right center to the foul pole.
So I think what I'm doing on those last two is I'm swinging a little bit harder, but what's happening is my hips are going
Yeah.
really fast, and,
Yeah.
and it's causing me to do that.
So then, I mean, like, what I would try to do then is try to drive it through that scoreboard. Like, you're still trying to lift it, but you're trying to drive it. That way, all of your weight's going there. You're not just throwing the bat
I'm
and
not
your
trying
body
to do
going
that
this
to
way.
hit it high. Yeah, much better. Well, I know why you like the Genesis, because with your balls out here, they feel great.
Damn it. My bad, Levi. That's your best one.
Oh. Oh. I hate this game.
Couple more.
Hey, we're playing mat ball here.
Yeah.
You ever played an unlimited
I
tournament?
have one time. No, actually a couple times. We had one out here recently and it was crazy. One pitch, actually. One pitch unlimited.
So did most people just...
Yeah. No. Most people threw it up there.
Really?
Yeah, because you don't know. Indecision hits
That's
you
so
and you're
funny.
like,
Let me see. Ah, that's way heavy. Dude, no way. Oh. Oh, yeah.
So then I'll try to work 5-6 line, kind of the same way we worked over here. 5-6 is on the ground, and line is more of a line drive. Because obviously if you try to hit line and the guy's more...
But I'm saying, are you still going 5-6 hole, or are you going directly over third baseman?
Oh, over third baseman.
Okay.
5-6 hole over third baseman,
Okay.
like that side.
Either,
somewhere,
okay.
Yeah. Just not to the left fielder.
Such a good wraparound. God. That is crazy, man. You don't struggle reaching across.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes if it's short enough, I'll just beat it straight in the ground. But if it's got some good carry on it and I can lift it and not like look like an idiot trying to, then there's some success there. Like that one was coming in on my hands, and that was a pretty easy one to naturally do it, but I was leaning out, and so.
That's why, because
Yeah.
every time I think you're pushing it, because the pitch is a ball that should probably be pushed.
Right.
You wrap it right back there. But how money is the BP buddy, dude?
I do enjoy it. I was skeptical, but I'm lazy.
Hey, and the best part, when it's full and the bag's not close, you just get another one and it pops it off the top and you can throw it. So you still never have to bend over. Okay, let's get into the pharma part of this episode. How much steroids do you need to take to get as big as Adam?
It's more McDonald's than anything.
I'm just gonna pull.
Okay.
Always.
He's still available.
I live smoky ready.
So what's the do's and don'ts of the smoke?
Ooh, that's a good one. Do's and don'ts of the smoky. Don't not hit a home run. Do hit a home run.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
want to like elevate your swing and then get your pop-ups, like,
Right.
which is what most people do when it's like unlimited home runs. They're, you know, although that was that was a great hit. Don't do that. I think most of the time what happens is people go too fast. You know, they don't wait and they end cap it or stuff like that. For me, gap or go. Strike one. Best hitters swing at the best pitches. So if you can make sure they throw you cookies, Resmondo, you're gonna be better. I'm not taking anything away from how good they are at hitters, but you watch them at the Smoky, they don't hit balls. They do not swing at balls. Do the old Nino. Handle. I'm telling you, man, these Jennies are.
Yeah.
Oh, can I take a couple swings with that real quick? Because I don't really think I need to hit anymore, but I wanted to hit them. All right, so this is the old Anarchy prototype, right? Alloy handle, so something that's coming down the pipe. Possibly coming down the pipe. That is really nice. Yeah, but what's the end load on it? Ooh.
I'm not a 12-inch guy.
What's that?
13.
Okay.
This is 27. This feels better to me. Not even half the swing, but as far as
They're good, man. I like the Anarchy barrel. I don't know. I don't feel any wobble in those. Do you?
I don't, but for me, that 13 feels a little kingish.
Yes.
That one does not at all.
What about you, Adam? What's your approach to the Smoky?
Usually like gap and go, but like swing at a strike. And I have to remind myself constantly because I'm like, whenever you get up there, you're like, yeah, I can hit that out, and then falls short, or you know, is deep, or whatever it is. So I've found that I'm pretty confident in like 2 strike counts, because I mean obviously you have the hard core that's going to spin for you. So I mean you just have to get it enough.
That was a good one.
Box mentality stuff. For example, when I got super locked in, mine was throw me a strike, and I'm like in my head I'm like talking shit to the pitcher.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, like
That's-
throw me a strike and see what happens. But twofold. Number one, it makes me subconsciously focus on only hitting strikes.
Right.
And then 2, it gives me some confidence.
Yeah.
But do y'all have anything like that?
Very similar, yeah. I mean, like hyping yourself up, you know, to do what you're gonna do. I guess like if you're trying to go hard, you're obviously you want to be swinging hard, but you don't want to be muscling up. So, I mean that's one thing. But yeah, like what you said.
But anything specific that
Not
tell
necessarily.
yourself, you know, I forget who it was, but you know, someone else was like, sit back, stupid, or you know, like that was their phrase or
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay, I mean, and for me, it's not the same thing every time. It's something, if I did something wrong, to correct it the next time, you know? Like, say I was out front one time, then I will say, like, sit back, keep your weight back, that sort of stuff. Nothing necessarily every time.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the opposite. I have to calm myself down. I guess because I'm just who doesn't love hitting softballs? But it's the pumped up in the moment, or I have to calm down and just keep it simple, nice, smooth, nothing crazy.
That's what you say.
Yes, sir. Ooh. Now, after I hit it and it's good, then, you know, yeah! Sucker! Pitch that one again, stupid!
They're looking for the ball that Adam just hit. It's over here! Cool.
One thing I do have to remind myself during games, whenever I am going to try to swing for a homer, is to get my back hip involved more, I think. Because like a lot of times when I'm base hitting it, I'm more or less just throwing hands. So it's like throw hands here and your hip doesn't really get involved. But like I feel like if I'm trying to hammer a ball, then the more I can get my hips involved, like the faster everything will be.
What does that look like?
So like obviously if throw me like 2 pitches, Levi. So this is like a base hit to right center, obviously. So it's mainly just hands, right? And then if I want to hit it out, I'll go. So like this goes faster to there, in my head at least. So it may not like come out like that, but that's the cue in my head to, like if I were to try to hit the same pitch or go the same direction that I wanted to go, and if I were to get this involved more and throw the hands a little.
Now, does it start at the hip? Like, or does it start at the foot, or does it start at your knee?
I think it's, I feel like it's probably my hip is kind of the cue. I don't necessarily know, like I've never really broken it down that much to say, oh, this triggers this. But
well, it's just funny because like you can think different things. Like, you know, some people will be like, squash the bug, and then that's foot.
Yeah.
You know, it might do other things, but Miz, whenever I told him like knee drive, he's like, in his head, it's hip.
Yeah.
KP is, he lives on this knee drive, and he was trying to tell me to drive my knee up.
Yeah.
But he was like pushing me here, and I was like, I can't, I'm gonna fall over. And he was like, no, literally like, and he would do like this, where he like literally just like threw his knee up there. And then so now try to do that with that thought process
so
of like just firing your knee up.
Okay.
Or knee to your other knee.
Okay.
Knee to your front knee.
I guess that it kind of makes sense in that, like, you want, I mean, it's another cue, essentially, but I felt unstable for a second. But obviously, like, the more you do it, you probably become more comfortable with it. But I felt like I was literally like this for a second.
And so kind of what I have pulled from that is overall, it's good to try things and then see what clicks in your head.
Yeah. What helps you the most, I guess. And that's like being mainly a base hitter. I really have to remind myself when I do go to hit home runs to activate everything, or it'll just be all hands.
So you're going a lot backside here. Is that just because the pitches are out a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mainly it's pitch. I mean, like,
just mainly it's Levi's fault?
Again, back to this guy.
All right, so here's another question. On the balls you were going 5.6, I was throwing those outside and you were wrapping around 5.6. Not smart to try to wrap around a home run?
No, not necessarily, because on home runs, everything kind of needs to be stacked. So, like, in my opinion, I mean, you're not going to hit a pitch there that way and have the power that you want behind it.
It's okay to hit one on the ground.
Smaller individual, you kind of need everything going your way. Now, if I were a KP or a Harvey or something, I could probably get away with it, but me, I need everything.
Oh. Do you feel like your trajectory of your swing is a little bit more up than...
And I will get, at times, I will get to swinging too far up, and it'll either be straight up or it'll be a top hand. So I got to kind of bring it back down to earth a little bit. But
I feel I do swing up a tad bit more when I'm going for home runs, but it's definitely not a swoopy swing up.
Right.
It's like I'm going straight through the ball, almost matching the path the ball's coming down at.
Yeah. So obviously I can't take a pitch that's flat and go straight up at it, or else it's going to hump over. And I can't do that with a pitch that's up here, or else it's going to be straight up. So, I mean, and I do get myself in trouble sometimes when I am trying to hit home runs with my bat plane. So, got to kind of remind myself to you still have to spin it.
I have to remind myself to cut it a little bit too, because that's where I get the tomahawk motion that suits me. End on it. Oh my God. Adam Ussery, ladies and gentlemen.
You got any Pro M hardcores? And one thing I will say that we do sometimes at the end of BP, that like if we have a regular tournament coming up, we'll do what's called the game. And basically you get 15 pitches, and if you need to limit your home runs down, you can, but we normally do 2 or 3 home runs. And the pitcher, he sets the defense. You got to assume you're playing against a really, really good defense. And then you're basically trying to get hits and score as many runs as you can in those 15 swings. So that's a good way to work on your base hits, but at the same time, try to hit it out whenever you want to hit it out.
And we call that like mental BP. You know what I mean? Because you're not sitting here getting reps on a right center gap shot. This is more working on getting your focus to the level that it needs to be at.
Right.
You know, because realistically, a lot of the people that hit me up. They're like, man, it seems like I'm decent in BP, and then I suck in the game. It's like, well, you need to change half of your BP to this.
Yeah, put yourself in pressure situations.
Put yourself in that situation. Yeah.
For sure. And shout out to my BP partner for like 10 years, Zach Keene.
Where's he at?
Oh, he's old, man. This ain't his time of night, but I wouldn't be where I am today without him. So shout out him.
All right, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, Gahlee. Peace.
Bang, 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 Lonnie gang.
Pound for pound. Bigger than a horse.